Hi, my name is Vitar Perlik, and this is my final video journal for the course. It's been a really eye-opening experience, and today I'm going to share what impacted me the most, one career goal I'm setting for myself, and two key strategies I'll use to help achieve it. Firstly, the most impactful aspects of the course. One of the most impactful parts of this course for me was Jia Zhang's TED Talk on rejection. Before watching it, I honestly hadn't thought about rejection as something you could practice or get better at. I always saw it as something negative, something to avoid. But hearing how Jiang intentionally exposed himself to 100 days of rejection to overcome his fear really challenged the way I think. What stood out to me was how rejection doesn't have to define your value. Jia showed that simply asking and being willing to hear no, he opened doors to surprising opportunities. It made me realize that fear of rejection has potentially held me back more than I realized, in job applications, networking, and even asking questions in classes or meetings. This mindset shift has been huge for me, and now I'm trying to see rejection more as a normal part of growth rather than something personal. That's going to make a big difference in my confidence, especially as I start applying for jobs and pursuing bigger goals in the near future. Another impactful portion of this course for me was learning how to create and manage a realistic budget, especially the way we broke down short, medium, and long-term goals. Before this course, I thought budgeting just meant, spend less and save more. But now I understand how to actually structure my finances in a way to support both my day-to-day needs and my future goals. What really stuck with me was how much mindset plays a role in personal finance. Through the reflection activities and discussions, I started noticing the way I justify impulsive purchases or even overlook small expenses that add up. That awareness alone has already helped me adjust my spending. I feel more in control now. Also, the section on financial planning for big life goals like buying a house or planning for retirement opened my eyes. I used to think those things were way too far in the future to even think about, but now I realize that starting early, even with small steps, can make a huge difference. In step two, a career goal after the course I'm trying to achieve. A major career goal I've set for myself after this course is to land a full-time job in the financial services industry, specifically something in finance, data, or client advising. I want to work in a role that allows me to keep building my technical skills, but also develop soft skills like communication, teamwork, and leadership. Eventually, I want to move in a position with higher responsibilities, maybe as a financial analyst or account manager. But I know that starts with gaining real-world experience, which I currently don't have, and also building a strong foundation early on. This course has helped me realize how important it is not just to set a goal, but plan behind the goal. Before this class, I had a pretty general idea of what I wanted to do after graduation, but now I feel way more focused and motivated. I know that to get into the roles I'm aiming for, I need to start networking more intentionally, tailoring my resume to specific positions, and really understanding what employers in the field are looking for. And lastly, the two strategies that I'm using to reach these goals. To help make that happen, I've committed two key strategies that I'm starting to put in place right now. First, I'm going to improve my LinkedIn profile and actively use it as a network. This includes connecting with other alumni, joining industry groups, other friends, and even reaching out to people in roles I aspire to. I used to hesitate with that kind of stuff because I was scared of bothering people, but again, thanks to Jia Zhang, I've learned that putting myself out there might lead to a no, but it could also lead to something great. Even a short conversation or piece of advice could help me make better decisions as I start my career. Secondly, I'm going to keep learning outside the classroom, whether that's taking online courses in Excel, PowerPoint, or even financial modeling, or even just reading industry blogs and staying on top of academic trends or listening to podcasts. I want to stay ahead of the curve. I know that what I learn in school is important, but employers really value people who take initiative and keep growing outside of it. That's the mindset I'm bringing with me after this course. Overall, this course has been given me so much more than I expected. I've learned how to be more intentional with my money, how to set clear goals, and how to move forward with confidence. Even in the face of rejection or uncertainty, I feel a lot more prepared for what's next, and I'm excited to keep growing both personally and professionally. Thanks for listening, and I really enjoyed the course. Thank you.